And of course, Ozma wants to race dirty with me and then leave the game. What a shock. I'll answer that in PM. Brock, you try to race dirty with me like you did before, I swear to God, I will hit your shit in another lobby. Yeah, I bet you don't join it. I bet you don't join shit. I bet you he even has me fucking unmuted. Why are you racing dirty, bruh?
Hey man, I was just about to send you a message. I'm not racing dirty, bro.
Dude, you have fucking killed me on the last every race we have fucking done.
Every race we've done?
Yeah, I've got that on YouTube, dude. Like, it was either you or Osma.
You and Osma, I noticed.
Osma can fucking suck my fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck about Osma. Like, really. Osma is a fucking piece of shit fucking road man and can fucking eat a dick. I don't give a fuck.
Alright, man, if you didn't add me to a party to have a civilized conversation,
oh, well,
then I'm just gonna leave, bro.
Well, if you want to leave, that's cool, but I don't, like, enjoy racing with people who want to ruin the experience of gaming.
Yeah, man, I understand that completely, 100%. I agree with you 100%. I feel like setting the game off and not playing when people do that.
No, I don't feel like turning the game off and not playing. I just feel like turning the game off and going to Minecraft, like on a whole nother level.
Man, just listen to me for a second, bro. I've been playing this game for a long time, a bit over 2 years. And in this game in particular, among all games, there is a bad lag. And now you can probably hear my voice that I'm not from America, man. I'm from Australia, which means when I'm in American lobby, I'm playing on 200 plus ping. So there is about a 2-second delay. So in the very first race, I'll explain what I've seen from my perspective.
Well, I know that
I went off the grid and all of you guys lagged.
Well, I know that I have somebody that I've played with.
And then I got off for about 5 seconds, 10 seconds into the race. And then your car just appeared inside my car.
Well, I know that I've played with people.
F1 was inside my Pagani when we were about 5 seconds into the race.
I understand what you're talking about with the lobby delay, but I've got people on my friends list from Tokyo and even from Australia who runs way faster times than I can even hope to accomplish in my whole lifetime. But he lives in New Zealand type of Australia, like he's like.
Are you talking Zeus?
No, I'm talking about Diamond, or Diamond Squid. Yeah, Diamond Squid Candy. Okay. Yeah, I race with people from the UK and people like that. Like that's who I race with. That's who my admins and friends and people like that are. And I've never encountered like such horrible lag other than here in America, which is why I was like, dude, is he like racing with me like dirty on purpose? And then I was like, thanks for hitting me, like, and you're like, no problem. And then I was like, the fuck, like, really? Like, is he really, like, does he really mean that, or like, is like?
No, it's the quick chat options, man. It can be perceived in a couple of different ways.
Well, that's why I like chose to chat with you, because you know, that's what I said, you know, like text, like you said, you know, text can be, you can't interpret text through, you know, tone of voice, and you can't interpret.
Exactly.
So that's why I was like, man, is he really meaning to like fucking like fishtail me off the road, or like what the fuck is he, you know, like, because dude, I already knew that Osmo,
honestly,
dude.
This game is so bad, I pretty much give a disclaimer.
I already knew what,
when I play with them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I already knew what Osmo was doing. Like, I expected that shit from Osmo, because that's just, like, me and Osmo have history, and that's just what he does. Every time he gets in a lobby, he wrecks my shit out, gets a couple wins in, and then he leaves, and it's like, dude, whatever. So...
I met him for the first time the other day.
Oh my god.
Osmo, a couple of days ago, and I spoke to him in party. He's a Jamaican fella. He seems alright, as far as I could tell.
That dude is toxic.
A lot of people in this game, as soon as they get smashed or they think they're getting smashed on purpose, they double up and they go almost how you were with me when you first had this party, man.
Well, I mean, like, it is what it is.
People think the other guy's being an asshole, so they be an asshole, and it's totally understandable. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do double up, like you said. You know, it's understandable. You know, it's like the fuck. Like, is that really what it is? I mean, but like with Osmo and people like that I've spoke to, I you know, and encountered multiple times, I expect that shit. You know, so. And then when you started racing like that too, you know, I didn't know, like, is he really racing like that? Do I really have to dodge out 2 motherfucking people? Or, you know, like, damn, man. Like, I only thought I had to dodge 1.
Yeah.
I was like, god damn, man. Like, I thought it was bad enough with the Osmo because, dude, he is so fucking toxic. He's so toxic. Like, if I see you going for an apex, like, if we're going for a corner and you have an apex line, I'm gonna slow down and let you take it. It's just, it is what it is. If you have an apex line and I see that you have it, I'm letting you take it. I'm not gonna fucking fight you for the corner and kill us both and fuck the race for all of us. Like, it's not even a question for me. Like, take your apex line and go for it. But with Osmo and most of the speed monkeys, an exception of, you know, CPAC most times, like, you know, it's, like, I know Midnight Rider's that way, I know that Osmo's that way. I've got YouTube clips of this shit where, like, they want to wreck me out, in a 1v1 to this other dude.
A lot of people from that crew, I'm not sure if you were aware, but a lot of people from that crew used to be in another crew.
Oh, I don't know who that other crew is, but I had a 1v1 from Team Hakai.
And a lot of them were dodgy, like you're saying.
Oh, well, I had a 1v1 from Team Hakai, and from a dude from Team Hakai, and he wanted to get them involved to where they'd wreck me out during the race and shit. To give him a head start. And that's what it was. And I was like, wow, like really? So...
Which guy from Team Hakai?
Goody the Great.
Goody the Great,
yeah, that dude, he's toxic too. And I don't know if you've ran into a crew called Red Eyes crew, but they're all incredibly racist as fuck, and they're toxic. Like, I completely blocked all of them. They're fucking...
What, a bunch of white supremacists?
Dude, like, okay, understand, my best friend in the whole world is from the UK, and when he says America is this, you know, I'm like, oh my god, I instantly, my mind goes to fucking, like, I'm like, wow, see, it's people like that fucking makes people think that that's what it is, because it's really bad, you know. So finally I sent him a message, you know, I feel fucking sorry for you. I didn't cuss at him, you know, but in text. But I told him, you know, dude, I really feel sorry for you that you feel that way. I hope that you're not, you know, one day you're able to grow past being so small-minded. He's like, oh, suck a dick, you fucking faggot, oh, fucking fuck, you know, all this other, you know, crazy shit. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck? What did I do to initiate that response? Like, you know, you were the one who was self-proclaimed to be all this shit, and then, like, I don't know. But no, I figured I'd ask. I was like, dude, what the, you know, because I'm like, okay, well, text is easily misinterpreted. So, I just automatically assumed that. I was like, okay, well, I can misinterpret text, so can many others. So I figured I would, you know, ask, like, dude, you know, is that really what it is?
You know, I was honestly in my PlayStation hub.
And then I seen that you were from the UK, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe he might be halfway cordial. Like, I'm sorry, dude, that's really what it is. When I see people are from the US, I'm like, oh, fuck. This dude's gonna be a dick. And when I see people are from, like, dude, it really is. When I see people are from, like, the UK, I'm like, I might be able to fucking talk to this guy, you know? And then, like, if they're a dick after that, it's like, yeah, you're just a dick as a person, so... But when they're from the U.S., like, I automatically assume that they're going to be an asshole. And I don't know what that is, but I was like, man, is he really fucking doing that shit? And then I seen Osmo wasn't in no more, and I was like, man, I really kind of hope I don't have to dodge two people. And then Loki, I seen that he was feeling like, he messaged me, he's like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry on behalf of my crew. And, you know, that poor guy, he's just a member, you know, and I'm like, dude, you know, it's not your fault, you're not even an admin or recruiter or anything, so it's not really your fault. So I didn't, you know, I was just like, but what building are you running in your Pagani? I hear the stock engine, but what gearbox are you running and shit like that?
I can give you all my base off the right place.
I mean, when it comes to this profile, I honestly have shit. I'm gonna be completely honest. But on my other profile, I could honestly buy anything, and it's depressing because I have more money on that profile than I'll ever spend.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I was looking at the acceleration like that, right there. Like, I was looking at the acceleration shit on your Pagani, and I'm like, dude, it has a nice kick to it. That's why I was kind of curious what you were running.
6-speed transmission.
Try to, if you're comfortable with the 6, run the 6, but if...
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I did have the 5 in there, but driving order, it gets stuck when you're driving uphill. And it was sitting here.
Okay, that explains that your corners at times. Okay.
Yeah, I did drive manual for a while, but...
So what I ended up doing is I ended up buying the strike pack, and to where like I have my shift at the bottom like paddle.
Okay.
To where like
That'd probably feel a bit more comfortable like that.
Dude, it helps. It really does, cause and not only that, I don't know if you play shooters or anything, but it helps with that as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it really does, and you can program it to where it does multiple different things all at once. But the main thing I programmed it for, and the worst thing about it is you have to run a USB to micro USB to it, so it has to be kind of plugged in the whole time.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if my mic has that kind of rattle to it, but that's what creates that.
That happens occasionally, but not often.
Yeah. And plus, I know that my mic might create that reverb and just it's ugly.
It's like when you bring a mobile phone near a speaker.
Yeah, what it is I think it's because the headset that I'm running on it, it's an actual headset instead of a like certified, headset.
Yep.
But it really does. So what I do is I do have the L1 programmed into my left paddle on my bumper right there below my hand, where my middle finger would be. And I don't really use that as much as I should. I'm trying to get comfortable with R1 paddle. Gearing down, I still use L1, getting comfortable with it, but it does, I'm not gonna lie, it changes your driving style. Like, it makes you change your driving style to where it makes your times faster. Like, it makes you kind of want to full send your turns more than it does anything else.
I get you.
But yeah, when I seen you were from the UK, I was like, man, what the fuck is he doing?
I'm not from the UK, man.
Really driving like an ass? He seems reasonable. He's from the UK. Let's see how this goes. I mean, it's fucked up as an American that I think that way, but I did. I was like, man, I'll try. We'll see how this goes.
6-liter V12.
Yeah,
6-speed gearbox.
6.2
suspension track.
Track racetrack.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one. Well, no, I think on my other file, I'm lying. I think I might be running a full track.
Oh, actually, no. I've changed my suspension in the last week to a rally suspension.
Oh.
Yeah. Rally suspension, race tires, and track diff.
If you want to see if it'll affect it with rally tires, because I know that's what I had to do on this. That's what I need to do. Like, funny enough, I think that's what I need to do. Is maybe even like I'm gonna change it to track right now, because that's what I need to do. Because unlike the Miata, or not the Miata, the 71, I know I run rally tires on that to help kind of correct the oversteer on it, depending on what track or what engine I'm running. Because sometimes I will run the 4-liter, other times I'll run the flat 6, and it helps kind of like correct that oversteer. And I know that there's 3 cars that are like just horrendously notorious for that. Is the F1, the Pagani, and the 71. Like, Jesus, it's cancerous. It really is.
Yeah, in a few of the exotic cars where they go from being way too stiff in the corner and not drifting.
They go to that steer lock to totally fucking like hairpin sideways.
Setup.
Yeah, it's like
just change the rally tires and see how you feel with that, and then try the same setup but just change the diff and change it to a rally diff and see what you think.
Well, see, that's what I was doing.
That one change in the Ford GT makes a big difference.
I know that in the Ford GT, I have 2 builds for it. I have a 5-liter V8 and a 3.9-liter V8, and one of them, the 3.9, I run my live tuning differently. I run my live tuning with the downforce all the way up, because with the 3.9, it seems to have more push through the corners, and it still has that top end. but the 5-liter V8 handles like it's in between a 6.2 and a 3.9.
Yep.
What do you have your AI difficulty on? Hard?
I changed it. At the moment, I think they're on easy.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I'm on your right-hand side. What's that whole time?
I was just gonna say, if you're running it on anything other than hard on JStorm, it's going to be complete cancer.
JStorm's just too pretty good on it.
Yeah, JStorm, I have to run it on hard because the AI, they panic right there at the start. It's horrible. They want to handbrake and just hairpin right there in front of you, and it's horrible.
Yeah, JStorm's really probably one of the worst tracks for that.
Well, I mean, another thing that I do is when I see people that drive the RSR a lot, because what I'll do is I'll take them on Juno, and I will, whatchamacallit, I'll put my AI on easy, and I'll, downshift the performance rating on the AI, and just, dude, it's bad. I've had so many people leave over that, and it really is what it is. It's like, you know, there's no reason to spam the RSR. It does what it does, you know. When it comes to using the RSR, I pretty much use it to set a base time, and then I grab my other cars and I'm like, okay, now how can I get close to that?
Yeah, that's it, man. Trying to get within 5 seconds.
Yeah, like 5-10 seconds within it. Yeah, that's what I try to do. I really do. And even with the RX-7, if I can get about 100,000 points within the drift score, I'm doing pretty good on my build.
Oh yeah, the RX-7 is weak.
Yeah, dude, it's retarded. That is the one thing that they did not nerf from Payback at all. But yeah, the only thing I don't like is driving at night at times, because I know a lot of people, they continuously run the hard difficulty, and what it does is it puts, in some races it does put the P1 GTRs and Luna's Koenigsegg up in the mix, and the rubber band effect that I've seen on those are just, it's unbelievable. I wish that I had that build, because I used to have a Koenigsegg, but mine never ran like that.
Yeah, no chance. I felt bad for you.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was like, damn, how can I have to, like, what is she, I want this bitch's build, like, bro, I have no idea how that build is even, like, accomplishable in heat at all. It's insane to think about. She has the only Koenigsegg from Payback. But no, man, I'm sorry that, like, like you said, you know, I'm sorry I kind of, like, came off kind of abrasive and shit, you know.
Yeah, man.
I
Don't stress about it, buddy.
I didn't know. I was just like, what the fuck, really? Dude, like, on some real shit, though, I kind of, like, was already kind of pissed off because of Osma. So it wasn't really you, it was just Osma. And I'm
honestly,
like, man, I hope I don't have to.
I thought Osma had crashed you in a few of the races.
He did. I was streaming that shit on Twitch, too. I was like, what the fuck, Osma? Really? Again? Like, it's like he knows. And, yeah, and you've seen that. Like, and as soon as I got on the mic, you've seen how I got on the mic and he left. That's what it was. Like, I'd even invited him to a party. I'm like, well, you know, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I understand you don't like me, but understand, like, it is a game. Don't try and ruin my experience for it, because I'm not trying to ruin your experience. I don't know. Me and him have always kind of been like that, and I don't know what his deal is there, but that's just who he is and what he is, and yeah. What gearbox are you running in there? I'll run my F1 with that.
1 sec. 2.6 liter.
Inline 6. You running a 5 or a 6 speed with that?
A 6 speed.
6 speed, yeah. I was just curious because you said you was automatic, and I was curious what gear would work out better with it, even being automatic. I like that front bumper though. I really do. I might end up changing mine. I just like the way this wrap looks on it. But I do like that front bumper, the way that it looks. I hate the way that my front bumper looks, but it's the only thing that kind of matched this wrap, and I did steal this wrap, so.
Yeah, it's a pain when they don't match up with the box.
I know. I'll look at it and I'm like, yeah, I've raced with people from Hakai, Jager Hunters, XDL, people like that, and they're way, there's more than a few that's way plenty faster than me. Goliath, you know, people like that, but I was just kind of curious. I was like, damn. Because, yeah, one of my friends local, he had started He'd invited me, and I seen Osmo was winning. I already assumed, I was like, this lobby is going to be toxic. But you were like the only person I didn't see break out in RSR. Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Of course you was, but I didn't hit you on my screen.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I do like that in RSR that much, man.
It is what it is. I can't really say nothing for it other than that. It is what it is.
It's at the time.
If you're looking to press times or even like if you're willing to press scores like it's the RSR and the RX-7, short of that, it's just, I mean, and I've seen people that just spam the hell out of both those cars on, it don't matter what track you're on. You look at the drift tracks, RX-7.
Yeah, it's RX-7.
Yeah, race times, it's fucking RSR, crew trials, RSR. It's like, oh, goddamn, dude, like, ugh. And I think
RSR does hold the world record in every track except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that EA chooses to nerf that car on 2022.
Yeah.
Like, on a whole nother level, I hope they turn it into like they did on Payback. Thinking about that got me all excited. Fuck, I clipped God on the corner. On the Crew 2, oh my god, I hope they turn the RSR into something like that. That car was dog shit on the Crew 2. I was never more excited to see an RSR so slow in my life. Oh my god, I got the DLC for that. I got the gold edition and I drove it once and I was like, wow, this car sucks.
Yeah, the Lamborghini Star off the street race in the game.
Yeah, the Gallardo. Yeah, that's one that I wish they would have added in here back. Was the Gallardo from Most Wanted.
Oh yeah, I prefer the Gallardo over the Huracan.
Most definitely, Gallardo over the Huracan. Most definitely, any day. I would have. And the fact that they had the Super Legra on the Crew 2, I wish they would have kind of added that. Instead of the Performante or something like that, like add the Super Legra with the
Gallardo. Yeah,
Gallardo.
versions of that. And they do have 130-something cars in this game, but they doubled up on the options. Like the Huracan you can get in.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they duplicated a bunch of them, like the GT2 and the GT3. I mean, if you have the GT2, there's no reason in having the GT2 or the GT3 and
Not really, no.
The Cabriolet and the Targa and stuff like that. I guess it's more of like a vanity thing.
Yeah, unless you're really niche in the Porsches or something.
And like another thing that I noticed was the Ferrari FX. It was kind of more of a flex than anything else. It was disappointing because I finally got my crew to 50 and I got it, and compared to the LaFerrari, it is what it is. It was a flex. The turning sucked.
There's a few people that can drive it fast. I'm not a big fan at all.
I can't say that I'm slow, but when it comes to LaFerrari versus Ferrari FX, I prefer the LaFerrari because due to its handling, I think it's way better. But if it comes to like the drag, because I know there's a lot of people that drag, and like, you know, I do pick on them, you know, because it's like, you know, 200 miles an hour in a straight line. It's like bullshit. Not even a sanctioned race. But if it comes to drag racing, LaFerrari versus FX, I'd pick the FX. The FX is a monster. The only thing is, once you get down to the turn, the FX, it kind of wants to steer lock, or not even steer lock, but it's like it sticks and wants to. It's really clippy. That's another thing I noticed. It's clippy, it sticks, it's low, and it's worse.
I don't know for sure, but I think the rally diff might make a difference.
I'll have to try that. I tried all sorts of builds on it. I'm about to head off. Oh, well, we got one more person's build. Okay, this will be my last one. But yeah, I mean, I seen that, and it made somewhat of a difference, but it wasn't to where I could say it was totally noticeable.
Yeah.
It was still kind of sticky and clippy. Yeah, it was sticky, and another thing I didn't like is how clippy it was. It's like, if I'm gonna drive something like that clip prone, I think I'm gonna pick the Pagani, just because the fact that the turning radius and things like that on it, you know, the gearbox, the turning radius, everything about the Pagani, I think kind of overwhelmed the FX and what it was supposed to do.
For sure.
I know for a while there was a bit that I ran the Viper engine in the Pagani, and then I ran the stock engine in it, and Jesus, there's such a difference.
The 8.4?
Yeah.
Is the second best?
Yeah, it was like a 6-speed, I believe. 6? I want to say it was a 6. It might have been a 7, but I think it was a 6.
I tested them both out for ages, and the times were very close. On all tracks.
I think it's track dependent. I think that's what I was saying. I think it's track dependent, quite like the 71 Skyline. I do. I think it's quite track dependent. Like, if you're running a shorter track, I would probably go with the Viper engine. If you're running I was hugging that inside line. I ain't gonna fight a turn for Pagani with M3.
I like sitting on the out on that.
Oh no, you're good. I ain't gonna fight you in this M3. There ain't no way I'm not turning you in this M3. This thing's a brick. I finally got it to turn. I was more than impressed with that. I was like, wow, okay, it does turn.
Makes a good drift though.
Does it really?
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
Holy shit! Now you got me curious. I'm gonna have to try that shit out later. Oh my god, drift?
Yeah, that's what I used that car for. That's not bad at shooting.
What engine did you use for it? The inline or
the drifting? I can't remember, man. I can double check after this.
It was probably the torque output. Is what I would say that probably did it. I didn't even think about that.
With all the engines, you'll find one that just sits in that like 6,000 RPM to 8,000 RPM range.
Okay.
And
I know.
Stay in the high revs.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Okay. I didn't even think about this for a drift build. That's interesting. I know I made it in 4, was it M4, I believe, is the first build that I made. I was bored. Oh, wow. I love the M3 with the steer lock. I'm just gonna put this up there. But yeah, I mean, I've never thought about it for a drift build. What did you do? Did you steer lock?
Yeah, I went off the corner and I just decided to turn around and wait for you guys.
Oh shit. No, you're good, keep going. I'm going outside. Yeah, then that means I'm just gonna have to wait for you to corner, because I know how that Pagani handles, and I ain't trying to out-corner no Pagani. That's why when I see people in like RSRs and stuff like that, when I'm just like testing cars, like, oh, array. I'm trying to test the car. That person really say no way. Like, what were they driving?
Corvette, I think.
A Corvette? Oh my god,
yeah,
Candy would have a field day. Oh, it's a ZR71. Well, that's your problem, my guy. That thing is way more clippy than the FX ever thought about being. I tried it. If that is a vanity, go for it. That one's yours. I let him get it. He dialed that one in.
Let's see.
Oh fuck! I accidentally got first. Oh well, I needed the money. DR71. Oh. That car's so painful. It is so painful.
3-liter inline 6 in my drift.
In your drift?
Yeah.
Oh shit. How many gears?
5, I think.
Right. Get people with a lot. It's a car, it's a truck, it's a C10. I get people with that. What I do is I take them on Columbia, and the best time I ended up 7.
It can go right, you just have to drive it real clean.
Well, I've got 2 builds for it. I've got one build that's specified, and another build, it's a general build that I give to people, and then they can kind of like, you know, specify off of that however they want to. It's a track, on-road track build, but they're pretty much both the same, except for, you know, like setup like that, track, on-road track, it's different. But I run, I think, a Sport or Pro brakes on mine, I'm not sure, and, but both of them I know that I run the 4-speed with the forged V6, and I've noticed that another thing that matters in this game is ride height. I do drop my ride a bit on it, which is weird.
That will cause a bit of clipping though.
Oh, I went to the car shop. It's weird though, because like something that I noticed is it fucking, oh my god, the truck, it clips. You wouldn't expect this shit from a truck, but it does clip. Oh, this person's wanting to party. Let's see if they do. Oh, I'm curious. Who was it? It was... If they do, I mean, well, we'll see how they are. If not, then fuck it, we'll go back to this chat. I think this is my major issue, is people say party up, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this person, you know, might be, you know, a human being, and then they're not, and eek.
bet that new ride can move, huh?
But yeah, again, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to like fucking like come at you like that, cause I was already heated over Osmo. I was like, God damn, dude, Jesus.
That's alright. After like the 30th time, it's like water off a duck's back, man.
Dude, he had me heated as fuck. I was like, wow, really? You are fucking just. He's fluid with it. It's so fluid. Every time he sees me, it's fluid. That slam. I'm like, wow, thank you. You're so kind. How generous.
Yeah, there's a few things to be able to spot when people are doing it deliberately or not. Like I mentioned before, it'll look like someone's crashing into them when they're crashing into you. Like it looks like a 3-car crash, not a 2-car crash.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Another thing is,
I've noticed that between
if they
netcode and
teleport
things
all
like
over the
that.
road, like legit, like disappearing, and then their car appears in a different place, either behind you or up ahead, you just know that the game's being dodgy.
Oh yeah, no, that's not him at all. He's we were okay. So, for example, there was one race we were doing on Columbia, and I passed on the outside. I was on the left-hand side of Columbia. You know that straight as you're coming out towards the turn, and it was like completely straight. He hits me off into the swamp.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude.
T-burns you off the cliff.
What?
Yeah.
No, it was off in the swamp. I was like, you're such a dick for that, dude. That was wrong, and you fucking know it. It was irritating. I was irritated as fuck with it. I refuse to just I try to fucking be nice, you know, because oh well we have mutual friends and shit, but that dude is just he's toxic. Just the way he races and shit. CPAC isn't bad, you know. He keeps his mic muted, you know. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. You know, but I can't blame CPAC for that. Loki, I know that Loki, he's pretty chill. I mean, he even sent me a private message. He's like, man, I'm so fucking sorry. It's like, dude, it's not your fault. It's not. Yeah, he sent me a message. You know, I apologize on their behalf. You know, and I gotta send him a message later. Just let him know, dude. You know, it's not your fault and shit.
Yeah, if somebody from their crew is saying such a thing, it doesn't look like an accident or the game being dodgy. When your mate's apologizing for you, it looks pretty bad. Like,
yeah,
it does seem like he was doing it on purpose, man. I have to agree with you there.
This dude is saying sorry because y'all are assholes. Yeah, that's what went through my head. I was like, that's fucked up. That's what I thought immediately. I was like, that's fucked up, y'all. Like, he's apologizing because y'all are being assholes. Like, why? What's the need? If you can't, I don't know. See, this is, like I said, I'm 31, gonna be 32 this year, and there's no really couch co-op games anymore to where you can, like, do shit at the house without playing online with somebody who's gonna fucking ruin it for you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a gaming experience from when I was a kid. I'm only a couple of years younger than you, but when we were younger, man, it's a lot different from now, that's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, I played Smash Brothers and shit, and that was bad. In its time, that was bad enough. Like, I mean, we didn't need other shit than that. I knew people that would
on COD or
yeah, right. I knew people that would straight smash their shit over that. So that was pretty just kind of tough in its time. So, I just figured we'd kind of leave it there. But you know, and then you know the internet all had its boom and shit, and I'm like, oh man, come on. I can't fucking even get online anymore without some person fucking. It's got so bad where I had to like put all my shit to private, and now everybody's like, oh man, I can't message you or like leave you a follow or do any of this. It's like, oh well. So now then I feel bad because nobody can do anything or like send me a message or anything, you know. Oh well, I tried to send you a message, but you know I'm not your friend and shit. And I'm like, oh well. So it's hard to evaluate who I should add. Because I know on my primary profile I've got 500 plus friends. I'm gonna do a friends list sweep major.
I had to unplug my mic and have a conversation with someone IRL about something important. My buddy that I live with, he has epilepsy. He's been having fits today.
Aww.
Yeah. So yeah, I just had to have a little conversation about that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just yeah. He doesn't remember it, man. And most people that have fits don't remember that. But you see them when they're having a fit, and I don't know, for an outsider's perspective, it seems pretty hectic. I don't know, it seems pretty full on. It puts most people in shock after seeing it.
I mean, I know that my aunt had it, and the first time that I seen my aunt have it, I was like, the fuck? Like, but then, like, after a while, you know, I knew what to do and shit, but, you know, but from an outsider's perspective, they really don't know how to handle shit, but, I mean, I am high-functioning autistic, so, I mean...
A lot of people nowadays are, man. It's quite common, actually.
I know I've run into more people that are high-functioning than anybody else at times, and it's... I don't know if this is bad, but it's kind of comforting to know that, you know, you're not alone and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't know if I am 100%, but I got diagnosed with the same thing about a year and a half ago, man.
Well, I know that a lot of the misdiagnoses come from, oh, he or she has ADHD or blah, blah, blah. It's ADHD and shit like that, and there's a lot of misdiagnoses, bipolar ADHD and
yeah, that's for sure.
But I don't know if they have that where you're at, or if it's just like kind of in the States or things like that. But it's
no, it's the whole mental health field, man. It's because the science and understanding of it hasn't been around for too long, and the more we learn about certain illnesses and disorders and stuff like that, we're figuring out that there's branches, like 10, 15 years ago, they just labeled it as autism, like just straight autism, you know what I mean? But now, autism is in a spectrum with a bunch of other similar things, like Asperger's and stuff like that, but before they weren't linked together.
Yep, most definitely.
And it'll be a couple hundred years before the mainstream medical field has got their shit together with this sort of thing, man.
Another thing with Asperger's is, I noticed that a lot of people, when like people would mention Asperger's, is they'd whatchamacallit, they'd kind of utilize it as being, they'd picture it in their head as being like Down syndrome or something like that, and it's like, no, that's a whole different illness. They tried to...
Yeah, I think people that they liken it to something else that they've seen before. I don't know, cerebral palsy or something like that. You know what I mean? They're completely different. It's just
exactly.
ignorance, man.
Well, damn.
That's what I put it down to. It's just ignorance. But like, in saying that, you'd have no, like, for instance, you'd have no concept of like a short person if you'd never come across one or seen one or heard about the fact that, you know, that's possible. Like, for a human not to be born between and go to between 5 foot and 6 foot, you know what I mean? To be like limited to somewhere like 3 to 5 foot.
Right, exactly. And that's the
our
thing
whole understanding of it would be just turned on its head. I liken it to this same sort of thing.
See, the thing that I relate that to is like children. See, people are like, oh, well, blah, 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 this, and that, oh, how they didn't. It's like, well, children are the same way, you know, it's their first time I've ever seen shit like that. So picture it as like, if it's an adult, like, you can't really, you know, if they've never been exposed or, you know, experienced anything outside of what they consider being normal, you know, it's going to be quite...
They're going to come off seemingly a little bit stupid or very ignorant.
Yeah, that's my thing, is, you know, some people, yeah, they do come off as seeming ignorant or stupid, but you can instantly tell between the people that come off being that way versus the people that really are that way, because then they say something ignorant, and then they're not willing to listen to reason, or they followed up with something that's really like actually fucking stupid.
That's people doubling up on when they get embarrassed, and instead of like just owning the fact that they're wrong or they're embarrassed or they made a mistake, they just double up on it, man.
Yeah, see that's my thing. Yeah, see if I'm wrong, like please, you know, like that was the whole thing I went with PlayStation earlier. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I got a ban, and I don't even know what I got a 2-month ban for. Apparently,
2 months.
It's wrong to be mean to people that are racist.
Yeah,
So, I got... that's a whole...
It's a hard topic nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, apparently that's a, yeah. I was like, wow. So it's, you know, so I'm like, okay, so we're not willing to discuss it, but that's cool. I understand all of that, but why can't you tell me what the fuck I did wrong at the very least? Like, you don't have to, I wasn't asking for dude's name and address and shit. Like, what did I do wrong? That was... Apparently,
it's the Sony people, man. They get sent
apparently
some sort of information, and then they go off by like a word in that whole paragraph from a message they get sent. They just go off by the one word. They don't read the context. They don't go off the whole story. They make a first-hand judgment off one.
That's what I'm saying.
Fact.
Apparently, I used abusive content. And I'm sitting here. I'm like,
oh, that could be as little as telling the dude to shut up because he was saying the N word over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I was trying desperately to figure it out in my head.
And you get in trouble for saying shut up, but he doesn't get in trouble for saying, you know, that.
Yeah, you know, like, yeah. That's why I was like, what the hell did I do wrong? Like, I don't think I did anything wrong, but if I did, like, please, like, let me know. That way, you know, like, I won't do that shit again. Cause
yeah, no, PlayStation isn't good for feedback like that either, from my experience. I've had a few friends that have been put on ban lists and stuff from Sony. And most of the time, it's usually over something really dumb. And it's usually where someone's being a dickhead and they've got trolled back by somebody I know. Or somebody I know is, like, treated them the same way that they've treated them, with like abusive language or whatever. It's like fair's fair, you know what I mean?
And then they fucking lash out at them back, and it's like
started it has gone and cried wolf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they go and lash out at them back because I've even got text, I've even got the messages. Oh, you're gonna report my shit. It's like, why would you think that? Like, why would your mind go there? Like, do you feel like I need to?
I've had someone do it to me, man. And I pulled them up on a whole bunch of legal jargon, basically, and told them that do they know what defamation is, and a bunch of other legal terms. And then I didn't know if it can be linked to, but I made it linked to. I made them think that I knew what I was talking about. Made them think that I was going to sue them if they reported me, basically.
Well, that's kind of where I went with him, and he reported me anyway, so I was like, wow, okay, dude.
He reported you, you reported him. You got a 2 month.
So, yeah, I got a 2-month ban for being, yeah, for pretty much defending myself, and all my friends were up in there, too, and some of the racist shit he was saying was, like, all of my other friends could hear and shit, too, and I was like, dude, like why? Like, I don't know. It was just, I don't know.
To provoke a reaction. It was literally looking for a fight, like people do on Call of Duty servers, like talking shit in the pre-game lobby.
Gaslighting each other.
His intention wasn't to actually have a fight with you, like verbally back and forth and try and own you with, I don't know, an argument, but to get you worked up so he can then copy and paste that and just send it to Sony.
Yeah.
That's the thing that people do.
Just pretty much gaslighting each other.
Yep.
See, and that's what I was like, see, so I think that's what I got reported for, is apparently I was gaslighting him, and I'm like, so how, if he said the fucked up shit, how did I get reported for it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand, and it's just, this world is just something else. But yeah, when I seen your name, I'm like, I think we've even raced before. Like, what the fuck? This doesn't seem like
yeah. I think we have. From looking at your name does sound familiar.
Sanguine,
and if you know like Midnight and a few of these other people that you mentioned.
Yeah, Sanguine RZR90. I think we might have raced when I was on my main profile, Sanguine RZR90.
Just Sanguine?
Yeah, Sanguine. Yeah, that's pretty much the same name I use on all my profiles. But...
As in the staff from Serum? Is that where you got your name from?
Oh, Sanguine. Technically it means the medical term of blood, but I get it from the song. It's a typo negative song, Wolf Moon, and I kind of like. I was kind of digging that song at the time that I made my name, so that's where I got Sanguine from. And then the RZR is from Razor from Most Wanted, and 90 is the original.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, here, let me shoot you up with a friend request, because you seem like chill as fuck, and I was kind of like...
What did we learn?
I'm sorry, once again, I'm sorry that I was kind of a dick before.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Don't stress, man.
And when you said, look, if we're not going to have a spirited exchange of fucking conversation, I'm just going to end this chat. I'm like...
Good for him.
No. Okay, so once again, all this shit's gonna be on my YouTube. It is funny, so part of this is gonna be making an ass of myself.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Certain content, it's all good.
Yeah, fucking, pretty much. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I Twitch and I YouTube under the same as my game tag. Yeah, so you'll be able to see what's into your shit. So while I still have a little bit of pride left, and I'm not too embarrassed, and I'm hungry at this point in time, I'm gonna end up popping out. I'm gonna end up
mate, you're good.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, if you see me on, man, on any games, don't feel shy to send me an invite or whatever.
Most definitely.
If it's Need for Speed or something else.
Most definitely. If you want me to, I've known them all for a pretty good amount of time, I must say.
Well, I'll send you one myself for Need for Speed. Before I jump off.
So you said you're all the way in Australia?
Yeah, man, I'm from Melbourne.
So what time is it there? I'm curious.
It must be pretty late or pretty early for you. It's 4:51 p.m. for me.
Fuck!
What time is it there?
God damn! What day is it?
Yeah, I'm about 16 hours ahead of you.
Yeah,
That's the 31st of May, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Shit, you're all the way in the fucking afternoon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the
man.
morning
Getting
where
close
I'm
to
at.
dinner time.
Jesus. Yeah, you run on the same time as my friend from Tokyo, pretty much. Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, Japan's not too far, I guess.
I know that he's about 10 hours ahead at the very least. I think he's about 12, 14 hours. He's pretty far ahead of me, I know. But I think that in between you and him, we've got the biggest time gap that I've seen.
You'll have a slightly bigger time gap between New Zealanders. New Zealanders are 2 hours, give or take, ahead of me.
Yeah, New
At
Zealand.
3:52
Yeah,
p.m.
that Diamond Squid. I don't know if you've raced with Diamond Squid, but Diamond Squid. That's who I'm friends with, and yeah, he's from New Zealand, and we have a humongous time gap. We have the hardest time linking up.
Yeah, it's just because I've got a weird schedule that I mostly play with Americans. I was doing night shift work for a fair while before COVID got bad here.
Oh shit.
So I was up in the morning, not working, you know what I mean, where most people are at work, when all you Americans are just finishing work and getting home and all that sort of stuff, so the time synced well.
That's what I was saying. I was like, well, I guess we kind of lucked out then. I've noticed that a lot, that I've run into more like Australian, New Zealand, English, like different people from different servers like that, like over in that time zone, and different people like that, like recently, and I'm just it's refreshing.
Yeah, it's definitely good to get people from all over the world when you're playing. With Need for Speed especially, I found I was getting really multicultural lobbies. Unlike other games where it's pretty much just I'm getting people from Australia and New Zealand only, and then if I get have to wait a minute for a game to load, it'll be a bunch of people from Asian nations not too far from me.
Dude, Asian nations.
You very rarely run into
they're built
a lobby
different
with Americans or Europeans.
When it comes to gaming, Asians are built different, especially on shooters.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Japanese people's names scare me on COD, I'm not gonna lie.
On fucking Destiny 2 and shit, it's like, god damn it, no, they are built different. Russians and Asians on fucking Destiny 2, it's horrible, it's horrifying. I was watching one of my UK friends on Destiny 2, and he's like, you see these names? Avoid them. They are built different. I watched them for fucking 10 minutes, I was like, wow, okay, point taken. But yeah, man, most definitely.
Destiny is one of those good games that I never played.
Destiny
My mate
2,
told me never to play it because you'll never get off it.
I've seen it played, but I haven't actually got to play it. The game that I've played that like I binged on, I can honestly say I binged on. It's kind of embarrassing, but I Minecraft.
I've honestly only ever played it for about 10 seconds when I was at my little brother's and sister's house.
Oh man, once you get into it, I can honestly say it's easy to lose track of time because of how sandboxy it is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like it don't matter if you're in like if you're in survival peaceful mode or in creative mode, it's super easy to lose track of time. You're like, oh shit, 7 hours, Jesus, it's time to go to bed. But yeah, man, I guess I'll be on around, if you're gonna be on tomorrow around the same time or even earlier, shoot me a message or shoot a message to the group, and most definitely we can start a lobby or get something going.
Sounds good, buddy. Alright, man, I should probably head out. I got some stuff I gotta do, actually. Good chatting with you, and I'll probably catch you on tomorrow or in the next week sometime.
For
Peace,
sure.
buddy.
Most definitely. Good chat. I'll check you later.
Have a good night.
Alright, you too. Later, man.